Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 of our Gems of the Southeast road trip. Now, we are here in a place called Samphire, which is just west of Dover. You can just about see behind me the white cliffs. And what's kind of cool about this place is we are standing on brand new land, and I say brand new as in 20 years old. But this is a 75-acre area of new land that was deposited here after the Channel Tunnel was created. About half of the chalk marl, which is soft, the soft product of mining the Channel Tunnel, approximately a little less than half went to France, and the rest came here. It ended up being about 4.9 million cubic meters of chalk marl, which I guess is the equivalent, I think, about 51,500 double-decker London buses. But it was deposited here, created this new land, which is now a wildlife refuge, and it was shaped to create this land that you now see. We are now walking through, which is kind of a neat thing, that even though we destroy land, we're currently creating it as well. So we're looking out over the English Channel. We can just about see France. Behind us, you probably can't with the sun and on this camera. But this area was also not just, it wasn't new for the Channel Tunnel. There's a lot of mining, a lot of fishing that happened in this area for long before they decided to dig a tunnel under the English Channel to France. Now, that digging started in 1987, was completed several years later, and is now obviously a consistent and reliable connection to France by train. Come out of the nature reserve, come down below the cliffs, and we're gonna check out kind of the beach, see if there's any good rock pools. I am a positive, wishful thinker when it comes down to finding stuff in rock pools. We do have to watch the tide a little bit. This is a fairly steep beach, so I'm not too worried about it. High tide is at 2 o'clock and it's about 9:30 right now, so it is coming in, but it's fairly easy to get back up, so not too big of a deal. But anyway, beautiful out here. Basically got the whole place to ourselves, which is neat. Dogs don't like the pebbles. I'm not particularly loving them. They're hard to walk on, but man, look at this. They're absolutely stunning. Alright, so this section I just went through right here started sinking almost immediately, so definitely a place I want to stay out of. Shoes are now covered in sand and mud, so kind of a dangerous place, something I don't want to get stuck in. peaceful, lovely beach to hang out. Absolutely gorgeous. But I know that tide's incoming, and I want to go check out a couple more things today, but this kind of rivals anything that we came across in Cornwall. Now let's see if I can get out of here. I don't even know which way I came in now. There's the stick. It was an easy way in, and there was a not so easy way in. Trusty stick right there. And these guys are still playing with the ball. Alright, so what we're going to do instead of going back through the nature reserve, we're going to walk along the seawall back to the parking area just to change it up and make something a little bit different. Definitely think this is worth coming to low tide or as the tide's coming out, or even as the tide's coming in. This is a fairly safe beach to be on, even if it's coming in, just obviously be aware. Yeah, just east of Dover or west of Dover. Definitely worth your time. You can see the tide's starting to flow in over here a little bit. These tide pools. Beautiful. Following along seawall, really wide, as you saw from that sign back there. Definitely dangerous in high winds. They hit, they crash, and in theory, despite the seawall, you could get swept off. But anyway, so apparently this ball that the dogs found is one that they've decided to keep because they're carrying it all the way back at this point. Looks to be quite a nice ball actually, so we may just rinse it off and keep it in the car, because it's not a tennis ball, it's a, I don't know, some kind of blue rubber ball that they seem to have taken to, and I always seem to forget one when I come on one of these road trips. So as long as they don't drop it and it goes through one of the holes here, we'll see if it makes it back to the car. What a spectacular place to start out the day. So just sort of drove down the road. We're looking for the Abbott's Cliff sound mirror, which I think is back that way, but these guys are trying to take off. They're not having much luck with the wind. Not enough wind apparently. One guy managed to take off, but that seems to be about it. They just don't seem to be having much luck. There's no breeze coming off that cliff, which is exactly what they need. Alright, so as mentioned, we are just down the road from Samphire Ho. Got maybe a couple of miles. Stopped to view the paragliders, but we're here to check out the Abbott's Cliff sound mirror, which is 200 yards from the parking area, along these beautiful cliff tops, but also following England's coast path, which isn't yet complete, but when it is complete, will be the longest coastal trail in the world, which is quite impressive. So even though England's an island, a small island for that, compared to some places, it does have quite an extensive coastline, and very, very varied. So it'll be quite one epic trail when it's finished. Alright, so we're just coming up the sound mirror here. It's kind of, it doesn't look like what you think it should when they say a mirror, but we'll get to what it actually does and why it's here in just a second. Sadly, it's covered in graffiti. Alright, so what you see behind me is a relic of World War II or before. It is a sound mirror, and what it was used for, they were placed all around the UK, and what it was used for was to hear and look for the sounds of incoming enemy aircraft before radar was detected. So hopefully it was going to be an early warning system for any incoming attack aircraft that would be coming to bomb or attack the shores or inland UK. But obviously, you know, radar was invented, which is a far more, as they say, reliable method. But it's kind of cool to see these relics of World War II and before that still stand to this day. Alright. Well, that was a really lovely short, but kind of interesting stop. Being that it's very, very easy to get to, kind of unusual. It definitely goes on the list of things to check out in the southeast UK, especially as it's so close to Samphire Ho. Definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend this entire morning. And I'm just going to kind of leave it there for today. So I really appreciate you guys watching. And I really, really hope you enjoy this video. We'll see you guys on the next one.